Good morning. As we go through every MLB player ever, let's go ahead and just say the names of every MLB player this season in 2025 as of the end of day, May 25th, 2025. And we've got Andrew Abbott, Mick Abel, CJ Abrams, Brian Abreu, Willie Abreu, Luis Angel Acuna, Ronald Acuna Jr., Jason Adam, Willie Adames, Riley Adams, Ty Adcock, Joe Adell, Zach Agnos, Nick Ahmed, Keegan Akin, Ozzy Albies, Jorge Alcala, Sandy Alcantara, CJ Alexander, Jason Alexander, Scott Alexander, Tyler Alexander, Colby Allard, Logan Allen, Nick Allen, Pete Alonso, Jose Altuve, Elvis Alvarado, Jose Alvarado, Francisco Alvarez, Jordan Alvarez, Adael Amador, Jacob Amaya, Miguel Amaya, Grant Anderson, Ian Anderson, Sean Anderson, Tim Anderson, Tyler Anderson, Miguel Andujar, Jonathan Aranda, Orlando Arcia, Nolan Arenado, Gabriel Arias, Lourdes Arias, Sean Armstrong, Randy Rosarena, Luis Arise, Spencer Arrighetti, Aaron Ashby, Graham Ashcraft, Jose Azocar, Luke Bacher, Akil Badu, Harrison Bader, Ji-Hwan Bae, Javier Baez, Patrick Bailey, Brian Baker, Lucan Baker, Drake Baldwin, Brooks Baldwin, Moises Balestros, Anthony Banda, Tanner Banks, Addison Barger, Scott Barlow, Austin Barnes, Jacob Barnes, Tucker Barnett, Jose Barrero, Jorge Barso, Joey Bart, Chris Bassett, Brett Beatty, Jake Bowers, Felix Bautista, Shane Boz, Edward Bizzardo, Jordan Beck, Tristan Beck, David Bednar, Jalen Beeks, Josh Bell, Cody Bellinger, Brian Below, Valinto Belonzo, Anthony Bender, Andrew Benatendi, Will Benson, Ryan Bergert, Brandon Bernardino, Jose Barrios, John Birdie, Mookie Betts, Tanner Beebe, Bo Bichette, Osvaldo Bido, Hunter Big, Cavan Biggio, Jake Bird, Hayden Birdsong, Spencer Bivens, Bradley Blaylock, Darren Blanco, Renell Blanco, J.J. Blade, Scott Blewett, Ryan Bliss, A.J. Bluba, Xander Bogarts, Alec Boehm, Cody Bolton, Cam Boozer, Ryan Baruki, Sean Bouchard, Caleb Bousley, Jonathan Bowland, Matt Bowman, Matthew Boyd, Joe Boyle, Taj Bradley, Rob Brantley, Matt Brash, Ryan Brazier, Hausker, Brozabon, John Brebbia, Alex Bregman, Will Brennan, Jonah Bride, Will Brisek, Connor Bragdon, Ben Brown, Hunter Brown, Seth Brown, Vidal Bruhan, Chris Bryant, Zach Brzezinski, Chris Bubik, Walker Bueller, Andrew Bummer, Nick Birdie, Jake Berger, Brock Burke, Sean Burke, Alec Burleson, Corbin Burns, Mike Burrow, Michael Bush, Lawrence Butler, Jose Buto, Brian Buxton, Jose Caballero, Edward Cabrera, Genesis Cabrera, Oswaldo Cabrera, Alex Call, Tyler Callahan, Daz Cameron, Noah Cameron Jr., Camarero, Christian Campbell, Gustavo Campero, Luis Campusana, Alexander Canario, Jimer Candelario, Mark Kana, Griffin Canning, Jonathan Cannon, Yiner Cano, Joey Cantillo, Dominic Canzone, Vinny Capra, Victor Carantini, Dylan Carlson, Kerry Carpenter, Carlos Carrasco, Corbin Carroll, Evan Carter, Tristan Cassis, Ben Caspicius, Blas Castano, Nick Castellanos, Jose Castillo, Luis F. Castillo, Miguel Castro, Will Castro, Dylan Cease, Slade Sassoni, Aaron Drew Chaffin, Ardolis Chapman, Matt Chapman, Jesse Chavez, Sung Che Cheng, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Andrew Chivoli, Jackson Churio, Mark Church, Aaron Sivell, Denzel Clark, Taylor Clark, Emmanuel Classe, Jonathan Classe, Garrett Cleavinger, Cody Clemens, Ernie Clement, Mike Clevenger, Isaac Collins, Michael Conforto, Griffin Connie, Luis Contreras, William Contreras, Wilson Contreras, Patrick Corbin, Carlos Correa, Nestor Cortez, Tom Cosgrove, Danny Columby, Colton Kaiser, J.P. Crawford, Dylan Cruz, Blaine Krim, Crooper, Criswell, Guerrero Crochet, Jake Cronenworth, Pete Crow, Armstrong, Fernando Cruz, Omar Cruz, O'Neill Cruz, Stephen Cruz, Xavier Curry, Trevor DeArnd, Bobby Dalbeck, Caden Dana, Davis Daniel, Michael Darrell Hicks, Logan Davidson, Henry Davis, J.D. Davis, Noah Davis, Jacob DeGrom, Paul DeJong, Brian De La Cruz, Ailey De La Cruz, Enya De Los Santos, Yeti De Los Santos, Johnny DeLuca, Reed Detmers, Chris Devensky, Rafael Devers, Zach DeZenzo, Alexis Diaz, Edwin Diaz, Elias Diaz, Jonathan Diaz, Yiner Diaz, Yandy Diaz, Gilbert Diaz, Dylan Dingler, Hunter Dobbins, Randy Dobnik, Chase Dolander, Jason Dominguez, Sir Anthony Dominguez, Brendan Donovan, Camilo Doyle, Brenton Doyle, Drac Dreyer, Sean Dubin, Marcio Dubin, Blake Dunn, Oliver Dunn, Dane Dunning, Carlos Duran, Ezekiel Duran, Jaron Duran, Johan Duran, Caleb Durbin, Jake Eder, Tommy Edmond, Carl Edwards Jr., Xavier Edwards, Zach Elfin, Brandon Eisert, Bryce Elder, Tim Elko, Fraser Allard, Christian Encarnacion Strand, Mason Englert, Nick Enright, Nathan Evaldi, Lucas Urquig, JC Escara, Santiago Espinal, Joey Estes, Carlos Estevez, Jeremiah Estrada, Logan Evans, Pete Fairbanks, Stuart Fairchild, Bailey Falter, Kyle Farmer, Calvin Foucher, Eric Fede, Hunter Fiducia, Ryan Feltner, Caleb Ferguson, Tyler Ferguson, Freddie Furman, Jose Furman, Ryan Fernandez, Jose A. Ferrer, David Festa, Matt Festa, J.P. Fearson, Kyle Finnegan, Braden Fisher, Richard Fitz, Ryan Fitzgerald, Tyler Fitzgerald, Jack Flaherty, Chris Flexen, Wilmer Flores, Mason Fluharty, Nick Fortes, Jake Fraley, Ty France, Bowden Francis, Adam Frazier, Kyle Freeland, Caleb Freeman, Freddie Freeman, Tyler Freeman, Sal Frelick, Max Freed, TJ Friedel, Braxton Fulford, Michael Fulmer, Coldy Funderburk, Hunter Gaddis, Zach Gallen, Garrison Garbarito, Adolis Garcia, Luis Garcia Jr., Luis Garcia, Maciel Garcia, Robert Garcia, Yimmy Garcia, Reed Garrett, Mitch Garver, Mickey Gasper, Kevin Gaussman, Ian Gilbert, Cade Gibson, Kyle Gibson, Logan Gilbert, Tyler Gilbert, Logan Gillespie, Connor Gillespie, Andres Jimenez, Kevin Ginkle, JT Ginn, Lucas Giolotto, Tyler Glassnow, Paul Goldschmidt, Yandres Gomez, Tony Gonsolin, Nick Gonzalez, Oscar Gonzalez, Romy Gonzalez, Hunter Goodman, Colton Gordon, Tanner Gordon, Mackenzie Gore, Nolan Gorman, Matt Gorski, Gordon Graffecto, Kendall Graveman, Sonny Gray, Chad Green, Hunter Green, Riley Green, Randall Grichuk, Trent Grisham, Sean Gunther, Luis Guerrero, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Lourdes Guerrero Jr., Yuli Guerrero, Ryan Gusto, Eric Haas, Josh Hader, Justin Hagerman, Sam Haggerty, Jesse Hahn, Seth Halverson, David Hamilton, Ian Hamilton, Garrett Hampton, Emerson Hancock, Maverick Handley, Brandon Hannafy, Ian Happ, Bryce Harper, Thomas Harrington, Justin Harris, Hogan Harris, Michael Harris II, Kyle Harrison, Kyle Hart, Hunter Harvey, Robert Hassel III, Brian Hayes, Austin Hayes, Brent Hedrick, Andrew Heaney, Austin Hedges, Jonah Heim, Tyler Heineman, Ryan Hesley, Gunnar Henderson, Logan Henderson, Kyle Hendricks, Liam Hendricks, Ronnie Henriquez, Cole Henry, Tommy Henry, Jimmy Haggard, Kevin Haggard, Carlos Hernandez, Days Bill Hernandez, Enrique Hernandez, Teoscar Hernandez, Ivan Herrera, Jose Herrera, Tim Herron, Jason Hayward, Browsen Hicklin, Jordan Hicks, Liam Hicks, Kyle Higioki, Derek Hill, Jaden Hill, Tim Hill, Reese Hindos, Yaramaya Geraldo, Porter Hodge, Nico Horner, Jeff Hoffman, Gunnar Hogland, Cole Holderman, Jackson Holiday, Gavin Hollowell, Grant Holman, Clay Holmes, Grant Holmes, Tyler Holton, Bailey Horn, Kate Horton, Spencer Howitz, Rhys Hoskins, Tanner Hauk, Adrian Hauser, Brian Hudson, Sam Huff, Cooper Hummel, Brent Herder, Jacob Hertubis, Andy Ibanez, Jose Iglesias, Raciel Iglesias, Shote Imanaga, Jonathan India, Jake Irvin, Kyle Isbell, Luke Jackson, Alex Jacob, Dre Jameson, Travis Jankowski, Danny Jansen, Kenley Jansen, Bryce Jarvis, Griffin Jacks, Ryan Jeffers, Jackson Job, Connor Joe, Pierce Johnson, Ryan Johnson, Greg Jones, Nolan Jones, Ben Joyce, Aaron Judge, Juard Julian, Jace Young, Josh Young, Jacob Junis, Jensen Junk, Tommy Conley, Nico Cavalatis, Luke Kieskell, Deshaun Kiersey Jr., Colt Keith, Jared Kelnick, Brad Keller, Mitch Keller, Carson Kelly, Mary Kelly, Kevin Kelly, Zach Kent, Max Kepler, Ryan Kecker, and Clayton Kershaw, Yusei, Kikuchi, Haeshong Kim, Isaiah Connor, Falafa, Brian King, John King, Michael King, Tyler Kinley, George Kirby, Alejandro Kirk, Andrew Kittredge, Hairston Gertrude, Landon Knack, Jack Konakowski, Jared Koenig, Stephen Kolick, Christian Moss, Max Kranick, Ryan Credier, Dean Kreimer, Brooks Krisky, Matt Cook, Nick Kurtz, Stephen Kwan, Shay Langoliers, Wyatt Langford, Soren Lau, Trevor Larnack, Jacob Latz, Eric Lauer, Ramon Laureano, Jordan Lawler, Casey Lawrence, Justin Lawrence, Max Lazar, Kyle Leahy, Jordan Leisure, Jose Leclerc, Brooks Lee, Chase Lee, Dylan Lee, Youngho Lee, Corey Lee, Casey Legamina, Jack Leiter, Mark Leiter Jr., DJ LeMatthew, Royce Lewis, Matthew Liberator, Dial and Lyle, Francisco Lindor, Trey Lipscomb, Zach Little, Brandon Little, Luke Little, Ben Lively, Jonathan Loig, Ziga, Brandon Lockridge, Nick Lodolo, Nick Lofton, Sam Long, Jacob Lopez, Jorge Lopez, Nicky Lopez, Otto Lopez, Pablo Lopez, Ronaldo Lopez, Brad Lord, Mikael Lorenzin, Ryan Lautos, Richard Lovelady, Brandon Lowe, Nathaniel Lowe, Josh Lowe, Easton Lucas, Seth Lugo, Matthew Lugo, Nathan Luke, Gavin Lux, Jesus Lizardo, Daniel Lynch IV, Manny Mikado, Willie McCulver, Kenta Medea, Tyler Mall, Luke Miley, Anthony Maldonado, Martin Maldonado, Justin Henry Malloy, Jake Magnum, Joe Mantiply, Kyle Manzardo, Rafael Martin, Manuel Margot, Herman Marquez, Brandon Marsh, Ketel Marte, Nove Marte, Starling Marte, Chris Martin, Davis Martin, Angel Martinez, Justin Martinez, Nick Martini, Michael Massey, Miles Masterboni, Jorge Mateo, Nick Mayton, Phil Mayton, Louis Matos, Yuki Matsui, Zebby Matthews, Isaac Matson, Stephen Matz, Tyler Matzek, Dustin May, Marcelo Mayer, Kobe Mayo, Tim Maya, Jake McCarthy, Darren McCoon, Chas McCormick, Mason McCoy, Lance McCullers Jr., Carson McCusker, Andrew McCutcheon, Garrick McDaniels, Chase McDermott, TJ McFarland, Easton McGee, Scott McDough, Michael McGreevy, Reese McGuire, Tristan McKenzie, Zach McKinstry, Matt McClenn, Ryan McMahon, Jeff McNeil, Curtis Mead, Nick Mears, Victor Meadows, Trevor McGill, Tyler McGill, Chase Meadrath, Juan Meja, MJ Melendez, Christian Mena, Jackson Merrill, Julian Mayweather, Matt Mervis, Lewis May, Max Meyer, Jake Myers, Miles, Nicholas, Bryce Miller, Eric Miller, Mason Miller, Owen Miller, Bobby Miller, Shelby Miller, Hobie Miller, AJ Minter, Jose Miranda, Cameron Mishner, Garrett Mitchell, Casey Mees, Cameron Mizanowski, Anthony Molina, Sam Mole, Andrew Monsartio, Johan Moncada, Mickey Moniak, Kater Montero, Rafael Montero, Coco Montes, Patrick Montverde, Mason Montgomery, Dylan Moore, Adrian Moreno, Christopher Morel, Gabriel Moreno, David Morgan, Eli Morgan, Juan Murillo, Charlie Morton, Ryan Mountcastle, Cedric Mullins, Max Muncy, another Max Muncy, Andres Munoz, Rotary Munoz, Noah Murdoch, Penn Murphy, Sean Murphy, Dane Myers, Tobias Myers, Carlos Narvaez, Omar Narvaez, Josh Naylor, Bo Naylor, Ryan Nelson, Hector Nair, Zach Netto, Sean Newcomb, Kevin Newman, Kyle Nicholas, Thomas Nito, Doug, Nick Hazy, Brandon Nimmo, Johanski Noel, Aaron Nola, Lars Newtbar, Connor Norby, Dednell Nunez, Nassim Nunez, Riley O'Brien, Riley O'Hearn, Ryan O'Hearn, Logan O'Hoppy, Tyler O'Neill, Bailey Ober, Shohei Otani, Stephen Okert, Matt Olson, Jesse Olson, Jonathan Ornelas, Terso Ornelas, Caleb Ort, Joey Ortiz, Luis L. Ortiz, Eric Ors, Alejandro Osuna, Michael Otanias, Andy Motovina, James Outman, Tyler Ogans, Marcelo Zuna, Chris Paddock, Emilio Pagan, Andy Pajes, Pedro Pajes, Joshua Palacios, Richie Palacios, Daniel Palencia, Andrew Palante, Carson Palmquist, Isaac Paredes, Kyron Paris, Mitchell Parker, Vinny Pasquantino, Chad Patrick, Graham Pauly, Joel Payams, Nate Pearson, Jock Peterson, Elvis Peguero, Leover Peguena, Jeremy Pena, Ryan Pepwa, Freddie Peralta, Luis Peralta, Wandy Peralta, Oswald Peraza, Angel Perdomo, Geraldo Perdomo, Johnny Pereda, Colonel Perez, Martin Perez, Salvador Perez, Michael Peterson, David Peterson, Chase Petty, Brandon Fod, Tommy Pham, Evan Phillips, Tyler Phillips, Kevin Pillar, Nick Pavetta, Colin Poach, Jorge Polanco, Drew Pomerantz, Cody Poteet, Cade Povich, Yohel Rozo, Ryan Presley, Quinn Preisler, Jerickson, Profar, suspended, AJ Puke, Cal Quantrill, Edgar Guerrero, Jose Quintana, Sedan, Rafael, Cole Reagans, Tanner, Rainey, Cal, Raleigh, Luke Rayleigh, Augustin Ramirez, Jose Ramirez, Harriet Ramos, Drew Rasmussen, Robbie Ray, Colin Ray, JT Realmuto, Rob Refsnuster, Hunter Renfro, Luis Renjifo, Pablo Reyes, Brian Reynolds, Sean Reynolds, Orlando Revolta, Ben Rice, Lion Richardson, Austin Riley, Leo Rivas, Emmanuel Rivera, Daniel Robert, Luis Robert Jr., Ethan Roberts, Victor Robles, Brian Rochio, Kumar Rocker, Alan Roden, Brandon Rogers, Carlos Roden, Carlos Rodriguez, Eduardo Rodriguez, Elvin Rodriguez, Andy Rodriguez, Jonathan Rodriguez, Julio Rodriguez, Manuel Rodriguez, Randy Rodriguez, Yariel Rodriguez, Jake Rogers, Tyler Rogers, Trevor Rogers, Tyler Rogers, Johan Rojas, Josh Rojas, Miguel Rojas, Ryan Polisano, Jordan Paromano, Jojo Romero, Brent Rooker, Ben Rovert, Eddie Rosario, Ahmed Rosario, Joe Rosh, Layden Raup, Chris Roycroft, Jose Ruiz, Gilbert Ruiz, Dalton Rushing, Jackson Rutledge, Adley Rushman, Joe Ryan, Blake Sable, Thomas Sesegi, Cesar Salazar, Edward Salazar, Chris Sale, Ali Sanchez, Christopher Sanchez, Gary Sanchez, Jesus Sanchez, Nick Sandin, Cole Sands, Javier Sonato, Carlos Santana, Dennis Santana, Anthony Santar, Tony Santillan, Gregory Santos, Roki Sasaki, Tyler Sacedo, Matt Sauer, Nolan Schnau, Max Scherzer, Clark Schmidt, Casey Schmidt, Daniel Schneeman, David Schneider, John Schreiber, or is that Schieber, Max Schumann, Paxton Schultz, Aaron Schnunk, Kyle Schwarber, Spencer Schwellenbach, Tanner Scott, Taylor Scott, Victor Scott II, Connor Siebold, Corey Seeger, J.P. Sears, Colin Selby, Marcus Seaman, Kodai Senga, Hayden Senger, Antonio Santavalina, Louis Severino, Paul Seawold, Matt Shaw, Gavin Sheets, Jay Shuggart, Jared Schuster, Michael Ciani, Ronnie Simon, Chandler Simpson, Lucas Sims, Brady Singer, Jose Siri, Evan Sisk, Paul Skeens, Tarek Scuball. Tarek Scuball just had a Maddox today, complete game shutout, 96 pitches, Justin Slayton, Austin Slater, Cade Smith, Cam Smith, Josh Smith, Pavin Smith, Shane Smith, Will Smith, AJ Smith, Shower, Blake Snell, Colin Snyder, Tyler Soderstrom, Nick Sogard, Nick Solek, Donovan Solano, Jorge Soler, George Soriano, Jose Soriano, Michael Soroka, Edmund Sosa, Lenny Sosa, Gregory Soto, Juan Soto, Bennett Sousa, Gabe Spear, Mitch Spence, Carson Spears, George Springer, Jeffrey Springs, Jacob Stallings, Ryan Stenick, Justin Steele, Spencer Steer, Michael Stefanik, Tyler Stevenson, Justin Sterner, Cal Stevenson, Brock Stewart, Robert Stock, Trevor Story, Bryson Scott, Kyle Stars, Matt Stram, Chris Stratton, Hunter Stratton, Miles Straw, Hunter Strickland, Spencer Strider, Marcus Stroman, Cage Stroud, Albert Suarez, Eugenio Suarez, Jose Suarez, Ranger Suarez, Robert Suarez, Tomoyaki Sugano, Cole Solster, Brent Sutter, Jack Sawinski, Saya Suzuki, Matt Salvinson, Dansby Swanson, Trey Sweeney, Jameson Talion, Dylan Tate, Fernando Tatis Jr., Mike Topman, Leody Tavares, Tim Tawa, Chris Taylor, Michael A. Taylor, Samad Taylor, Troy Taylor, Tyrone Taylor, Rowdy Telez, Jose Tania, Matt Thassis, Caleb Thieber, Alec Thomas, Lane Thomas, Rylan Thomas, Connor Thomas, Ryan Thomas, Zach Thompson, Trent Thornton, Blade Tidwell, Jesus Tinoco, Miguel Toglia, Tyler Tolbert, Justin Topa, Spencer Torkelson, Abraham Toro, Luis Torrens, Glaber Torres, Toki Toussaint, Ezekiel Tovar, Blake Trinan, Alan Trejo, Jose Trevino, Jared Trillo, Lou Trevino, Chadwick Trump, Mike Trout, Kyle Tucker, Bruce Turang, Justin Turner, Trey Turner, Edwin Ucida, Jose Urena, Luis Arias, Ramon Arijas, Abner Rubibi, Gio Urshela, Emmanuel Valdez, Framber Valdez, Logan Van Way, Carlos Vargas, Miguel Vargas, Louis Varland, Dalton Varsho, Mike Vazel, Randy Vasquez, Andrew Vaughn, Christian Vasquez, Zach Veen, Anthony Veneziano, Alex Verdugo, Justin Verlander, Alex Vesso, Will Vest, Mark Vientos, Matt Vierling, David Viller, Jorbit Vivas, Victor Vodnik, Anthony Volpe, Michael Walker, Brandon Wadle, Lamonte Wade Jr., Tyler Wade, Eric Wagaman, Will Wagner, Christian Walker, Jordan Walker, Josh Walker, Ryan Walker, Taewan Walker, Matt Wallner, Taylor Walls, Brandon Walter, Taylor Ward, Austin Warren, Will Warren, Drew Waters, Ryan Weathers, Luke Weaver, Jacob Webb, Logan Webb, Greg Weisert, Austin Wells, Joey Wentz, Hayden Wezeniski, Jordan Westberg, Zach Wheeler, Eli White, Forrest Whitley, Garrett Whitlock, Jordan Wicks, Nathan Wills, Devin Williams, Gavin Williams, Luke Williams, Trevor Williams, Ben Williamson, Bryce Wilson, Jacob Wilson, Justin Wilson, Stilson Wilson, Weston Wilson, Will Wilson, Josh Winkowski, Jesse Winker, Cole Wynn, Mason Wynn, Brett Whistler, Bobby Witt Jr., Grant Wolfman, Connor Wong, Brian Wu, James Woods, Simeon Woods Richardson, Gage Workman, Justin Ribowski, Randy Wine, Austin Wims, there's nobody with the letter X, Yoshibo Yamamoto, Ryan Yarbrough, Mike Yuskrimsky, Kirby Yates, Christian Yelich, Craig Yoho, Brandon Young, Danny Young, Jacob Young, Jared Young, Rob Zaskrinsky, Ryan Zephyrin, Angel Zerpa, and Yosiver Zuleta.
And again, thank you for tuning into the videos. Don't forget that you can also see me on Patreon at Sammy5436, where it's $1 a month. I also am seeable on Instagram at Sammy5436. TikTok at Sammy5436. I'm on Blue Sky at Sammy5436, though I don't use that often. I believe I'm on Tumblr at Sammy5436, but I haven't used that in at least a year. And you can find me at my business email, thetrapezoidtalks5436 at gmail.com. Any information you need to send to those business emails will be looked at. I generally look at my business email on Wednesdays and Sundays, so just do be advised that I do not always have the ability to respond immediately, but if you do send an email to my business email, and as long as it's not offensive, I will respond if it's something I'm interested in with something positive, and if it's something I'm not interested in, I will thank you for your email and go ahead and say that there may be a future opportunity for us to collaborate if that's something you're interested in.